I was on the top, tonight I'm on the bottom, 'cause we trading places. I was topping, but now I'm a bottom. Yes, I'm trading places. A verse, finna get in here. I'm verse, and I finna get in here. First off, what the fuck? Second off, yes, we are discussing the verse agenda. Something that people like to scream is propaganda that is spoken from the Himalayas, when really, honestly, it's just nature taking its course of how it honestly probably should be. You won't be surprised by my take when I talk about this. But this episode is about versatility and all that means to be versatile. Y'all get ready to sit on down, get comfortable, because Robbie K back with another one. All right, let's get into some shit. Linkin with Robbie. So dude hit me in my DM, right? And I'm just like, all you niggas freak out, and that's just all it is. First off, girl, fuck him. And you are now listening to Linkin with Robbie. Welcome. Bring it on in. What's up, everyone? It's your boy, Robbie K, and I am back with another one, of course. And this is episode 58 of the Linkinwitrobby podcast. And here we have some things we're going to discuss. We're going to get into the verse agenda, versatility at its finest, flip-flopping, all the terms. But before we get into all that, before we get into the nitty-gritty and get into all the shits and all the messy stuff, how's everybody doing? What is everybody up to? How is everyone feeling? Everyone slept good? Everyone feeling great? It's a lot of prides coming up, so I already know everybody getting ready to get their jock straps out and get their prep in line and get their poppers stacked up and ready to go on stock. Outside of that, is everybody's mental good? Love life, personal life, work life, just your mental. How are you? And I don't mean it in a way that how people do it when they just doing small talk and it's that bullshit. How are you? How you doing? When you really don't give a fuck how the person doing. You hoping they don't tell you how they doing. You hope they just say fine and good and keep it moving. I don't mean it like that. I mean, do you ever sit and wonder how your loved one is doing or how your friends are doing? Do you ever actually ask and genuinely care? Because I know sometimes I do, but I don't always have the most transparent friends, the most vulnerable friends that want to divulge all that. They want to keep all that stuff to their chest, which I get because I have my wall up at times too. But sometimes it feels good to have somebody just ask, how are you today? Are you okay? Do you need someone to talk to? And when I say, do you need somebody to talk to, most of the time I don't mean in the sense of like, do you need me to give you advice or tell you what to do? No. Do you need somebody to just listen to you, vent, and just speak about how you feel and just word vomit all your emotions, all your thoughts, everything that's going on in your life? You can vent it with me. That's how I feel. I try to be that person in people's lives. It's very difficult because people aren't real and they're not vulnerable when it comes to certain things. And so a lot of times when it comes to certain topics, I'm sitting here screaming like, hey, I'm here and I'll talk to you and I'm willing to listen, but they don't want to talk about certain personal things. If it's not about a nigga and getting money and getting to the bag in a new baddies episode, they don't want to talk about it. So I just let it go. I let it go because I can't make anybody be more vulnerable than they need to be. And they have to be comfortable with it. And if they're not comfortable speaking to me about something, then that's something I'm doing wrong. I look at it like that. Maybe I'm not making them feel comfortable enough. And it's the same from my friendships, family relations, and even to relationships in general. Like, I try to be the most open and I really try to give a safe space to anybody in my life. And for the most part, I do. I really do. But there are some people that I'm not able to do that for. I can't be there for you if you're not going to be there for me. You know what I mean? And in that regard, if you're going to judge everything I do, if you're going to talk down about everything I do, if you're going to use whatever I tell you against me, no, I can't fucking talk to you and you ain't got to tell me shit either. We understand each other. We see each other as the great Nene would say. On another note, my birthday is coming up, and honestly, just like a Gemini, I am not prepared for it. I have not gotten any birthday outfits. I have not got my plane ticket yet. I don't know where we're going to be staying. All I know is that I'm going to New Orleans. Only thing I have secured is time off from work. That's all I've done, is requested the time off. I ain't did shit else to prepare. I feel like I'm going to be sitting here in Orlando, and it's going to be my fault because I was not prepared and I did not allow myself to prepare. Like, I go through this every fucking year. This is why I need somebody to do something for me for my birthday, because me planning it, I never get it done. I'm too indecisive. I'm too scared. I'm too worried. I'm too this. I'm too that. Too anxious. Always in my head. I'm not able to make things happen because I'm thinking too much. If I can have somebody that facilitates things, I don't have to think as much. I just gotta agree with whatever I agree with, disagree with what I don't want, what I don't like, and just go forward from there. But when I have to facilitate it, come up with it, think about it, figure it out, and everything, that is too many decisions for one man to make. One man like myself. And I will overthink myself into a coma and nothing will get done. I'll be so frustrated. I'll be like, you know what? I just fuck it. I just want to go lay down. And that's what I would end up doing. And I don't want to do that for my birthday this year. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be in the house. I don't want to go to some regular ass, boring ass, dry ass, lame ass club here in Orlando. I don't want to go to places I've already been multiple times. I just want to go to a city I've never been, and I just want to have fun. That's it. I don't require a lot. I don't need a lot. I don't need a 5-star experience. I just need new memories to be made. That is honestly all I want to do. If I could accomplish making some new memories for my birthday, I will be 100% satisfied. Literally 100% satisfied. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant. It doesn't have to be anything grand. It just needs to be something that will make me feel like you did something for your birthday, Robbie. That's it. I just want to be able to tell myself I did something for my birthday. Is that so hard to fucking understand? But anywho, my birthday is still a month away, you know. That is in June and it's still May, so maybe I should just dial it back a little bit and let's take it week by week. And then when June comes, hopefully everything works out in my favor and I get to do all the things I want to do. And even if I don't get to do all the things I want to do, at least I get to go to New Orleans. That is all I want. And it should not be that difficult. People make trips to these places all the time. And here I am feeling like I have to decide if I'm pulling the plug on my loved one or not. Like, this is so complicating. Honestly, that's the truth when it comes to being a Gemini. Like, and I don't even want to just blame on being a Gemini. I'm just indecisive altogether. Like, I want to get a tattoo, right? I said I want to get a tattoo. I might get a tattoo when I go to New Orleans. Who's to say? But it took me forever to finally decide what I want. What I decided was to have the Gemini symbol on my chest, on the left chest or whatever. And it's going to be, instead of just the 2 regular symbol bars or whatever the case may be, it's going to be 2 snakes going opposite of each other, parallel, and making the Gemini symbol. Now, of course, you may be wondering, why would you want a snake on your body? First off, they're fucking cool. Second off, they're sexy. And third off, they're misunderstood. Everything that identifies with me, honestly. Misunderstood, cool as fuck, edgy, crazy, unpredictable, misunderstood, and a little bit sexy. So, you know, that's what I'm thinking about getting for my first tattoo. It's just so complicating to finally do it because 1, I'm afraid of pain. And 2, once I do it, I don't know if I can turn back. Like, ain't no coming back. Then I gotta deal with the itching and all that. I'm just nervous about all that. I really am, but I really want to do it and get it over with. I'm too old to not. I'm not gonna say that, but I am. For somebody who want a tattoo, who've been saying they wanted one ever since they were like 18, I'm too old and I have one by this point. I've had almost 18 years, literally, to get a tattoo. Enough is enough, Robbie. It gets to a point where you need to just do what the fuck you want to do and just do it. Honestly, just fucking do it. You guys, this is a random pod today, but not really. I told y'all I was talking about versatility and stuff. But I just really wanted to get a lot of stuff on my chest and just talk to y'all because I haven't really just sat down and just fucking spoke. I've been so head fast into all these other stuff and just really focus on making sure I hit this topic, that topic, and all this other stuff. And, oh, sidebar, since I'm just bringing up random shit, I will be guest starring on another podcast, Shady and Safe Podcast. 2 friends of mine who have a podcast around my around my city. They're doing this podcast thing too. Check them out on YouTube. They're really cool. We are going to be linking up to kind of collaborate and do some things content wise. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really stepping out there a little bit more. I'm not used to being a guest on people's podcasts and somebody else's platform, but it's going to be exciting. They've already listened to all my episodes, so I know they got all my tea, and they're going to ask me all kind of stuff, and we're going to talk about a lot of crazy shit. We're going to get into the mess. We're going to get into the shit. It's shady and safe, so I feel safe with them. But I hope they feel safe with me and my shade, because I'm ready for it. I'm ready to talk about this shit. Let's get into it. Let's talk about exes. Let's talk about the gossip going around the city. Let's talk about whatever. We could talk about it all. I'm here for all of it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Once we do establish when that episode is going to drop, I'm going to be the first to let you guys know. And of course, I'm going to record an episode for my listener base as well. So I'll be dropping an episode as well as they will be. So it's all going to be fun. It's all going to be cool. Can't wait for that to happen. I just made sure I had to let it out. As far as the D4D David or D4VD, I don't know what we call him today. Update with him is they have pushed back the preliminary hearing once again. So it was going to be May 26th. Now it's going to be in June 21st, I think, something like that. So it's being pushed a whole nother month. So right now, there's not going to be no David coverage right now, because right now, really, we're just waiting to do the preliminary hearing. And apparently, because there's so much evidence, the prosecution and the defense still needs time to really get their case together. So they're pushing back the preliminary hearing. I just cannot wait to see how much evidence it is. I have a strong feeling that the more they push it back, the more it gets stalled, that David's going to eventually get spooked and want to take a plea deal. I just suspect that. I'm not saying he will. I'm not saying he should. I just think that if enough evidence presents itself, his defense team is going to be like, we may need to just try to get a plea. Because if there's so much evidence stacked against him and the defense wants to win a case, if they can't see themselves winning the case, they're trying to get a plea. They're going to try to get a plea. That is what they should do. That should be the first thing they do, is try to get a plea. If they see all this evidence, try to get a plea. Save the time. Save the tax money. I'm okay with that. I mean, we won't get all the evidence if he takes a plea deal, you know what I mean? But hopefully we'll get something, hopefully. But I'm not going to speed it up into existence, because it may not happen. It may not happen. Speaking of things that may or may not happen, so I came across this tweet, right, from Ray Monte. I don't know if people know Ray Monte from Twitter, but he made a tweet, and he basically stated a question that kind of started a discourse that I really thought was an interesting discourse, because I never really thought about the question, because I just think I'm just going to ask the question. I'm just going to say what it is, suppose. Do you consider it disrespectful to your relationship to sleep in the same bed as a friend while both of you are only in underwear? I'm going to repeat it. Do you consider it disrespectful to your relationship to sleep in the same bed as a friend while both of you are only in underwear? Now, mind you, he goes on to add, I don't think it's disrespectful. I don't know. I've always slept in the bed with my friends, and I always walk around the house in my underwear. Okay. So, first off, I'm going to answer the first part of the question, right? Do I consider it disrespectful? It is disrespectful if your partner is not comfortable with it. Like, for instance, me and my partner. I don't know what the fuck he got going on with him and his friends. I really don't care. I don't care the dynamic. They could run around butt booty naked, slapping each other in the head with their dicks all day long. But now that I'm in the equation, that won't be happening. That's just naturally how I feel. Especially with my partner, because a lot of his friends are somebody he used to date and talk to. So that's definitely a no-go. We're not doing that. And I know for a fact he's not with any of that type of shit. I don't even have a lot of male friends. But if I happen to have a nigga friend or a male friend or a homeboy, and we were just laying in bed in our underwear, he gonna fucking flip the mattress. So I'm just like, I don't have to worry about him doing that, because he damn sure ain't gonna be cool with me doing that. So we on the same page as that. So for the answer to the first question, I do think it's disrespectful if your partner's against it. In that, for my instance, I would be against it. Now, to say, when he went on to say how he don't think it's disrespectful because he always sleep in the bed with his friends, okay, cool. And he said he always walks around the house in his underwear, right? But when you're saying this, are you in a relationship? Because I think a lot of people have a problem with this, and that's what always bothers me when it comes to this shit, when these topics come up. There is a differentiation between single in relationship. Things I do while I'm single, whether with my friends or whether by myself, with my family, with whoever the fuck I'm with, are not all going to be the same things I do in a relationship. Because every partner is different, every relationship is different. So why would I even try to play around like that? Like certain posts that I would have normally posted when I was single, certain things I would say when I'm single, certain videos and certain content, just anything certain I would normally do when I'm single, I'm not going to do in my relationship if my partner's bothered by it. I'm not single. Like a lot of y'all want to have the same freedom that you have when you're single, when you're in a relationship. Not realizing that the reason why you don't have the same amount of freedom is because, let's be honest, you have to take somebody else's feelings into consideration. It's no longer just you. When it is just you, yes, you have the freedom to do whatever you want because who else are you hurting? You're not hurting nobody but you. You're not affecting nobody but you. But when there's somebody else in the equation, when you're in a relationship, committed, exclusive, whatever the case may be, involved with somebody else, you're now involving their feelings. So you should consider how they feel about anything you do. Any decision you make, any action you make, any situation you put yourself in, you have to consider their feelings. So if your partner is saying, babe, I don't want you running around in your drawers with your best friend because it makes me feel uncomfortable, you as the boyfriend in a relationship or partner in that relationship has to say, I respect your feelings, and if I want this relationship, I have to respect your wishes. Now, if you care so much about your freedom that you don't even want to do that, then be my guest, be single. That is all my favorite thing is if you can't work with anything I'm saying, or if you don't mesh with what I feel, or if we somehow are clashing on the bare minimum that I find as just the bare basics of what I approve of and what I don't approve of, just be single. You don't have to worry about it. If you're single and I'm single, you won't ever have to worry about considering my feelings. But if you can't consider the little things, because honestly, truly, it's not, I can hear people saying it now. Oh, you're insecure. It's not about insecurities. It's respect. Your friend needs to understand there's a boundary now that you're in a relationship. You need to understand that there's a boundary when it comes to a relationship. There's certain things that I just, maybe because I don't do these certain things with my friends. I don't see the need of cuddling with my friends. Why am I cuddling with my friends? Why am I naked with my friends? Why am I in my underwear with my friends? When I got a man, if my man can't walk around my apartment in front of my friend with his underwear on, just in his underwear, then I shouldn't feel comfortable with me and my friend walking around each other without underwear on. That's how I take it. That's how I look at it. Because a lot of you people that will be like, oh, I don't see the problem with that. Me and my friend, we always do stuff like that. Okay. So if your man come over and your friend walking around in their underwear, is that cool? Since your friend always walk around in underwear, is that cool? Can we all walk around in underwear then? That's what it is. We all can walk around with our dick slinging, our ass hanging. We can do that now? Okay. So if it's not okay in that realm, it shouldn't be okay at all. You see what I mean? If I can't walk around my underwear in front of your friend, you don't need to be walking around the underwear in front of your friend. It is going to be an even playing field when it comes to fucking me. That's why I look at it. That's why I feel like it's not disrespectful. It's just a simple conversation. And if you can't abide by that simple conversation, baby, you know what you can do. You can go. You and your bestie can run off in y'all drawers together. And then while he can't keep a man because he run around in his drawers with you so much, maybe y'all can get together. Because maybe that's what it's coming down to. Maybe y'all really need to be together. Y'all could just cuddle and run around and hold each other ball sacks and do whatever the fuck y'all want to do. Swap semen, all the good stuff. Swap underwear. You know, you can wear his jock strap, he wear your thong. If that's what y'all really want to do it. Be my guest. But don't be mad and feeling like, oh my God, my partner is so controlling because your partner don't want you doing it with your friend. It's just that simple. Because if whatever you don't want your partner to do, you shouldn't do. That's just how I see it. Especially in the gay world. You shouldn't be playing with your gay friends like that. I'm sorry. I don't even play with these punks like that. I refuse to play with these punks like that. No. I don't want them to think they could walk around in their drawers in front of me. They gonna think they could walk around in their drawers in front of my nigga. See, you have to set the boundary, and it got to be plain and simple across the board for everybody. It got to be black and white. You don't want no discrepancies. You don't want nobody to be confused. You don't want no misunderstandings. You don't want nobody to be saying, "Oh, well, I thought it was cool because we always did this." No, don't worry about it. Nobody doing it. Don't worry about it. It's cut off. Nobody doing it. Don't worry about it. That's always how I look at it. Don't even worry about it. Y'all, I got this Amsterdam right now. I know. I'm cheap right now. Very cheap. But I got me some Amsterdam. I mixed it with a little bit some Minute Maid, strawberry Minute Maid. And I put it together. And I put my little ice cubes in it. And got my little straw in my glass. And it's giving. It's giving. It's not taking. But it's giving. And I'm receiving. And I like it. It's been so long since I really just got a little tipsy and just talked to y'all. Like, I've been so, like, well kept and put together that I haven't had a time to just really relax and just talk to y'all. That's why I'm all over the place. And that's why the topics are all over the place. But I'm really just going to be talking about what the fuck I'm going to talk about. And y'all just going to have to love it. And if y'all don't love it, oh my God, it's another episode on Friday. You know? Bypass this one. It's okay. Now, I did want to touch on something a little bit more serious that I did see on my Good Girls Gay magazine. Again, a good blog I love checking out. The headline reads, brace yourself, because again, this is something serious and I'm getting pissed off already reading it. Florida man charged with hate crime after allegedly beating 5-year-old boy for being gay. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why? Oh, God. Let me go ahead and read into this. Okay. A Florida man is facing aggravated child abuse charges with a hate crime enhancement after authorities allege he brutally assaulted a 5-year-old boy because he believed the child was gay. According to the Polk County Sheriff's Office, 33-year-old Andre Brown Jr. of Davenport, Florida, was arrested Sunday, May 3rd, following an investigation into allegations of abuse involving 3 children who were in his care. During interviews conducted by investigators, the children stated that Brown became angry with the 5-year-old boy for being gay, before allegedly slamming the child into the ground multiple times, according to the sheriff's office. The investigation began after a 9-year-old girl reportedly contacted her mother in fear, telling her, Oh wow. I don't even want to read the rest of the article. That's heartbreaking. Damn. What the fuck is wrong with people? Regardless of whatever the fuck reason or whatever justification or whatever, you don't have the right and authority to abuse a child. You don't have the right and authority to abuse anyone, but to take it upon yourself to brutally abuse a 5-year-old kid because you perceive them to be gay. This is a 5-year-old. Let's just be frank. They don't know what the fuck they are. And if they are, that's okay. But you took it upon yourself to abuse them. And clearly you're just an abusive, psychotic fuckface because you're abusing the other children as well. So it looks like you're just looking for reasons and excuses just to beat on kids. The fuck is wrong with you? It's people like this that I really would love to see be drowned, waterboarded, stoned to death. Lethal injection just not enough for me. The electric chair is just not enough for me. I want to see you suffer the way you make those kids suffer. Because again, what the fuck is going on in your head that makes you think, oh my gosh, I should abuse the child? There shouldn't be that much anger in the world, that much rage and aggression in the world to where you want to take it out on a 5-year-old defenseless little child. Even the 9-year-old, even if they was 15, even if they was 18. You don't take it upon yourself to abuse someone because of what you perceive about them. And even if your perceptions were correct and they are gay, by all means, slamming them into the ground won't stop them from being gay. Okay? And clearly there's some deep rooted issues you have with your sexuality to where it makes you rage out like that. Clearly, you have been battling with this since you were 5 years old. Clearly, you've been sitting here pondering on what the fuck kind of demons you have in your life. Because I don't like saying this because I don't think everybody that's homophobic is actually gay. But when it causes that much anger and you have that much passion towards that, there's something you're not comfortable with when it comes to sexuality. I don't know what it is. Maybe you had a gay relative in the past. Maybe you had a gay parent. Something is causing you to lose grip with fucking reality, because you're a fucking delusional prick if you think you have the right to abuse anyone, let alone a child, anyone, because you think they're gay. A hate crime, of course. That's what that is. This is a hate crime. And I never understand it. I've never disliked someone or something so much that I wanted to just do something to them just because of what they are and what they do. I will never understand that. I never give a fuck enough. I don't give a fuck that you're straight. I don't give a fuck if you're a lesbian. I don't give a fuck if you're a pansexual. I don't care that much. It has nothing to do with me. So I could never understand anyone, let alone a fucking parent, who could sit up there and say, I'm going to abuse this child because there's something I don't want them to be. Or they're showing signs of something I don't want them to be. So what, you're going to beat it out of them? You sick fuck. It's people like that I want to see get beat the fuck up. I want to see them get tormented. I want to see their skin being peeled off their fucking scalp. That is what I want to see. Because how dare you take it upon yourself to abuse a child? How dare you take it upon yourself to play the fucking judge and jury when it comes to sexuality? Nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you? And you know what? And it's always the fucking niggas, and it's always the people who ain't even taking care of the kids. I bet those children were neglected, not fed appropriately, weren't probably going to school as much as they should, probably wasn't having the best clothing, probably was not being taken care of as they should be in the first place. And you have the audacity to add abuse to it. Damn, man. Like, the society is fucking fucked, man. Community is fucked. The village? There is no village because the village is fucking fucked. Oh, I get so mad because I care so much about kids. I do care about kids. I'm very empathetic when it comes to kids. And I get pissed off when shit like this happens because why the fuck? Why the fuck? That's all I can say is why the fuck? Why? It's 5 years old, man. The fuck wrong with y'all? Oh my God, y'all. Oh, let me pause myself. Collect my thoughts. Come on, Robbie. Come on back down. He's in jail. Just calm down. Calm down. The child is okay, and he's nowhere near him anymore. But it's just the fact that it's like people like them, like him, exist. And they're out there. And I've seen them. I've dealt with them. And I just don't like it. And I won't ever stand for it. There's nothing you can say to me to make me see differently. Nothing at all. Let me move the fuck on. I'm going to move on because I say anything else, I'm going to get even more mad. Oh my God. Just fucking stupid as fuck. You know what else is stupid? People thinking there's such thing as a versatility agenda. Yep, I'm transitioning from there to this because I'm pissed off and I can't talk about it no more. Let's be frank. As gay men, some of us prefer to do top and some of us prefer to be bottoms. Okay, that is just what it is. But let's be frank. We all have a dick and we all have an asshole. We all have a mouth. We all have the same body parts. Now, some of us may choose to use others more than others. We get that. That's cool. I think that's great. I think what happens is that we have taken preferences and we have taken them so far beyond what they need to be. When it comes to being versatile, a lot of us just that are versatile, we just like both. Whether we like more one than the other, it doesn't really matter. We know we like both. We know we like to feel ass. We also know we like to feel dick. So, because we know we like both, we just go with that. A lot of people think this means, well, if you're versatile, you want dick and ass all the time. You want dick? No, no, no. There's periods I just want dick, and there's periods I just want ass. It fluctuates. It's based on my mood. I don't want both all the time. Both takes a lot of work. I don't want to flip flop every session. Sometimes I just want to top you. Sometimes I just want to bottom for you. And then there's sometimes where, yes, I do want to flip flop. I want you to fuck me crazy, throw me on my back, throw your dick inside me, flip us over, and guess what? Put you in your all fours, spread your ass, and now I'm fucking you. And back and forth until we nut. Sometimes that's what I want to do. But then sometimes I just want to be one. And that's what it is. And a lot of y'all think, oh, there's a verse agenda. Everybody's trying to make everybody versatile. No, silly. People are just trying to make y'all open-minded. You know, and honestly, when I'm attracted to somebody, I'm usually attracted to their dick and their ass. And I'm sorry. I'm going to want both. If that's going to bother you, we can't be together. I'm just honest with you. If you one of them bottoms that feels like your dick can't be touched, we can't be bothered with each other. If you one of them tops that feel like their ass can't be touched, we can't be bothered with each other. I'm gonna touch it. I like to eat. I'm a booty muncher. I like to suck dick. I give head. I'm a head doctor. You know what I mean? Like, no, but for real, like, the fuck? I'm gonna want to do both if I'm attracted to you. So that shouldn't be a problem. That's gonna be a problem, and we ain't gonna work out. That's not an agenda. A lot of people feel like versatile should be with other versatile. I agree, but there's a lot of people that are versatile that just won't admit it. There's a lot of tops that like to get dick as well, but they won't bottom for everybody. So therefore, they deem themselves as tops. But really, they're versed because they do like dick. They just don't want to get fucked by everybody. There's a lot of bottoms who claim to be bottoms because they don't want to top everybody. But there's people they would love to top. They like ass. They're mainly versatile. I honestly feel like most of us, gay men specifically, are on the spectrum. And I feel like to the left, you have top. To the right, you have bottom. And in the middle, you got versatile. And I think there's a spectrum where most of us fall more in the middle versus to the right and the left. I'm not saying there's not people that are strictly on each side, but I think it's more that are closer to the middle than they are apart. A lot of people just don't want to admit that for whatever weird reasons because they associate top and bottom with submissive and dominant and mask and feminine and all these other roles and stereotypes that have nothing to fuck to do with it. I've talked about this before. Has nothing to do with it. You can like dick up your ass all day long and be masculine. You can like ass on your face all day long and be the feminist queen. Like, none of that has anything to do with it. It's not relevant. It's not important. They made it up. Like, honestly, when it comes to being versatile, I honestly just go with the flow. I go off of what's organic, what feels natural. If I'm with somebody, we're in a relationship, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna most likely be attracted to both. But I'm gonna go with the flow. I'm gonna feed off their vibe. I'm gonna feed off their energy. They may not be a good bottom. They may not be a good top. That plays a role too. So yes, I'm versed. Yes, I like both. But if both ain't gonna be good, I'd rather just one. Like if you're better at topping, all right, just top me. If you're better at bottoming, okay, then just bottom me. But if I feel like it's good on both ends, and I've had both, baby, I'm gonna want both every time. Y'all, I'm gonna want both every time. Like my boyfriend always trying to say, "Oh, you trying to turn me into a top? You trying to turn me into a top?" And I have to explain to him, babe, it's not black and white. I can't make you want to fuck me. You want to fuck me. As a bottom, as you would say, you're a traditional bottom, right? Right, yeah, right. You be want to fuck me. And that has nothing to do with me. I haven't done anything to make you that. I've never said, I want your dick. I know you're a bottom, but please fuck me. I never did that. The minute we started talking, the minute me and him got involved with each other before we even started being in a relationship, he wanted my ass. And you're a bottom. I don't know. I call them a fake bottom, but that's no tea, no shade. I mean, it is what it is. Everybody is just not as aware of what they really want. Or they want to fit a role because they feel like that's the role they should be playing. And I never understand that because, again, a bottom and a top is literally it's just what you do. It's not a role. It's not a way of life. It's just a preference in what you do in the bedroom. It's literally not a way of life. That's why I choose to be versatile, because I feel like it takes away the label. It takes away all the stress. Usually when somebody say they're versatile, people say the first thing they say is, you ain't verse, you really a bottom. Why? Because I take dick. Do I have to meet a quota to give dick to be a top or bottom? Like what is the requirements that y'all deem to qualify as a versatile? Like when I was doing content, so many times people would be like, why you ain't got no videos you topping somebody? Why you ain't got no videos you topping somebody? Because I'm catering to an audience that would prefer to see me bottom. So I'm recording and making videos of what y'all like to see, not what I do. So yes, behind the scenes, I'm topping more and I'm not recording because I'm actually enjoying it and not trying to put on the show. Versus when I'm bottoming more for camera. But y'all don't understand that. And it's people are so one track minded and obtuse when it comes to things that they just try to see things one way and they refuse to see them any other way. And they will come up with all type of loopholes to make it make sense. So now when I'm telling you I'm versatile, now you're telling me no, you're not, you're a bottom. Okay. So, but if I told you I was a top and you found out I was getting fucked, I'm a bottom. Like it just seems like if you ever take dick or touch dick or look at dick, you're automatically a bottom. There's nothing you could do about it. There's no coming back from that. And it's so weird because it's more of a bottom shaming thing because tops don't have to deal with that. Like if somebody is a top and they want to fuck somebody, they don't care if they fuck somebody before. Like you're not gonna hear a top that's fucking the bottom that says, "Wait, you've topped somebody before? Oh, I can't top you no more. I can't give you no more dick because you've topped somebody." Whereas with bottoms, you've been fucked. You can't be my top anymore. Why not? That is so weird. Like we take preferences way too far in this community. And sometimes I wish we would really just dial it the fuck back and just be a little bit more realistic with things. Honestly, I know y'all say it's a propaganda, it's an agenda, but it's not really an agenda. It's just people wanting you guys to understand that more people are versatile than they realize, than they are able to admit. And for whatever fucking reason, they don't want to admit it. I don't know why. You don't know why. We don't know why. But they don't want to admit it. So they rather pick a side that is less stressful, less chaotic, less backlash. I get it. It's less controversy. So I'd rather just say, I'm a bottom and just deal with it. But why would I do that when I want some ass? You know what I mean? Why am I going to call myself a top if I want some dick? Like, come on. Like, I don't want to play them games. I know what the fuck I want. I know what I want it. I know how I want it. I know when I want it. I know why I want it. I love the way dick feel in my ass. Okay? When a dick is real good and I'm nice and wet and I'm creaming on it and he got me opening and moaning, it feels fucking good when my ass is opening up. Just the same way, I love the way an ass feels when I'm sliding into it and I can feel it loosening. I can feel it relaxing. I can feel that whole opening on my dick as I stroke slow and fast, slow and fast. That is what I enjoy. I love them both equally. Now it takes a little bit more effort to bottom, so it's not always fun, the process of it all, but the after effect. Ugh, I nut either way. And that is the thing for me. I've nutted being fucked and I've nutted fucking somebody. That's enough to let me know I like it both ways. And the first body part I noticed on the niggas, they ass. So, hey, what does that say? What does that say? Like, come on. Like, I'm a versatile that loves eating ass more than sucking dick. But I love sucking a mean dick. And I've been told I give some good head. In a lot of different ways. So, I think I say all this to say. Because I'm getting beside myself. The Amsterdam is winning. Anyways, I say all this to say, when it fucking come down to it, I honestly believe we gay men are on a spectrum when it comes to our positions, and that most of us fall somewhere in between top and bottom. And it all depends case by case, depending on the person we're fucking, the mood we're in that day, and where we are in life. And I think that all plays a role. And I think when everybody reaches a certain phase, they eventually say, you know what? I want what the fuck feel good at the moment, and I don't care. And you know what? I commend them for reaching that, because some people it takes a long time to get there. So wherever you are on that spectrum, if you fall into the line of being full versatile, welcome. Join the club. It's enough ass, it's enough dick to go around. Trust me, we all got both. So pick your poison. I really should choose my words wisely, but anywho, I just wanted to come here, talk to y'all for a little bit, make sure I got some, get some good moments with y'all, have a little kiki with y'all or whatever like that. Of course, I'll be back on Friday. I'm not going to tell y'all what I'm talking about, but I'll be back on Friday again with another episode. And again, you'll be catching me soon on another podcast, Shady and Safe Podcast. Let's have a lovely night, you guys. And we'll be back again. Robbie K signing out. And on that note, I did enjoy myself talking to you today. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And if you did, come back next Wednesday. Every Wednesday after that. Tune in to what I got to say. And yeah, just keep linking with Robbie.